What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. Alright, so we're going to be doing the Goku showcase against the cooler Red Zone to see how well he'll fare against the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone that'll be coming within the next couple of days. I also brought a little sleeper unit that I think might be really good. I'm not honestly sure how he'll fare, but we'll have to see when that time comes. We're also going to be focusing on using the Bardock as well a little bit in here, the AGL one, to see how well he'll do against Wicked Bloodline. But right now, we also have the Goku's family item equipped, but right now we want to see how well the Goku's going to do, and these guys. I was reading over their passive, attack and defense 100%, key 3 100%, to attack and defense when there's an ally who includes Goku on the team. Okay. Plus an additional 100% attack when there's a movie boss's category enemy, so we'll get that when we face Cooler. Plus an additional 100% in key 3 and performs a critical hit when you're facing a Frieza. So if they consider Frieza a movie boss's, if we face the movie boss Frieza version, this unit should, in theory, have, I want to say, I'm blocking the mic like a dum-dum, I want to say he'll have a solid 400% plus, if not more, working in his favor. I want to keep them there. I'm actually just going to do that. If we fail, we fail. I don't want to, but if we do, we do. We do have the support Gohan on rotation, which is kind of nice. I brought him as the 58% defensive support. Let's see how much he takes. 58, 58. This is the one I'm worried about. 54,000. All right, so he's hitting about 2.4 million. Again, like I said, the second half of his passive is not active here, but he does greatly raise attack and defense for one turn on his super. So, and he's also not link level 10 yet. He might be my secret sleeper unit. This Bardock I brought just because he's a... I think Bardock is pretty solid still. He's not great. He's going to take damage, but he needs to build up his defense. He's one of those units. He's going to really show out when we're facing the Cooler, I'm hoping. I will tell you, he doesn't hit hard. That's not what he is made for. The Bardock does not hit like a truck. That's not his forte. So, I need to get this Goku to get some super attacks off, but I kind of don't want to leave him in that number 1 slot. But then again, Thouser is stunned, and I just accidentally did the greatly raises attack one, but it's all right. It's not a huge deal. He'll still get an additional super off after the AGL guy hits him once, or the tech one does too. So. Now he's going to get a super attack. He's going to greatly raise his attack. He's at 5 million, which you are facing an extreme type enemy, so he is going to get a buffer. By the way, mine is only 55%, this Goku, so whatever you see him doing is at 55% link level 10, so he is not as beefy as anybody else's. I did not pull a single dupe of him during the 7th anniversary, but I pulled a ton of the Frieza. So he's going to double super here, which is going to stack his defense not once but twice, which is awesome. But, like I said, I did not happen to pull a Goku, and I pulled a bunch of Frieza, so I know that they're going to be having the Frieza on the banner. Oh, Goku dodged. Nice. They're going to have the Frieza on the banner, which is kind of terrible for me because I have mine 100%ed already, link level 10, everything. So I've got no use for him. But there's the possibility that they might easy AM in like 5 years. So just got to keep that around as like a back burner project kind of thing, because he's not going to easy anytime soon. All right, now they're brought back around. Their defense still sits at about 162,000, which is what I was expecting. I didn't expect their defense to skyrocket or anything. It actually went down a bit because this Goku only gives 40% to stats. But their attack did go up because, like I said, this Goku only gives 40% to attack and defense, not just defense. So he's sitting at a 2.8 million. Which, again, is not terrible because we are not seeing his full passive yet. He does not have his passive all the way activated because he is not facing a Cooler or a movie boss or a Frieza. So that we'll see next turn probably because we're going to finish him off right about here, I think. Apparently not. Hopefully this Goku can do it. If not, we're going to have to waste a whole nother rotation, which is not a huge deal. And he is stunned and we have to waste a whole rotation. Are you kidding? Okay, so what we're just going to do is that. Just gonna do that. We're gonna have to waste a whole rotation, and he's gonna get an ultra super attack off, which is not what I wanted. I wanted him to stack his defense, but getting a little bit more attack isn't gonna kill us either. Actually, it probably will. I don't know why I worded it that way, but it probably still will kill us. All right, so Goku's still being a champ. Let's see. Alright, here we go. This is one of the rotations I wanted to see. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the Bardock in the number 1 slot. So, because he has the type advantage for 1. The Bardock and Gine, need to super first before their defense goes up. But they're getting the additional attack when there is a movie boss category enemy, which Turles does qualify as one. We are not going to have Goku use his Ultra, or his active skill. We're just going to let Bardock stack for 1 or 2 more turns. I feel like he needs to stack for 1 or 2 more turns for that final form cooler is what we want to get him to. He still took a ton of damage on that super attack, 153,000 with type advantage and the whole 9 yards, and he still took a ton of damage. It's not terrible. Again, this is the red zone, so this is where damage is dealt a lot harder normally. I'm just wondering how Bardock and Gine are going to do in the middle slot. 3.29 million now, so that's actually pretty good. These guys are not getting 200% leader skill either, by the way. This is only probably like a 350%. Okay, he's taking 70k. That is horrible. That is terrible. So that tells me that my idea that these guys might be a sleeper monster is not going to be the case. I had maybe a little too much faith in this unit. So what we are going to do is I'm actually going to heal up because I want to get one more rotation. I want to stay alive long enough to get the Bardock back out there to face the cooler final form. So let's just do another full rotation, get the guaranteed additional super here, let him do his 7.1 million. Again, this unit is only 55% and he is this buff. Like, this is ridiculous at 55%. Again, not on a 200% team. He has 200% team is not on global yet. So this is what I didn't understand when people, especially one major YouTuber, I'm not going to say his name, was saying how terrible this unit is and how it's complete garbage and it has no defense. I'm doing just fine in the red zone with it. What are you talking about? Mine's at 55% link level 10 and mine's doing just fine. I want to see him super this Goku now. I'd super the Goku, please. He's not going to super the Goku. Okay. But my Goku is doing just fine, the NAMEKU. I see no damage issues. He's doing a ton of damage. He's taking little to no damage, so he's not harboring anything. He's not like slowing the team down. Granted, yes, there was the 40% support on rotation, but still, even without that, he would have still taken double digits. All right. Now, this is where I want to activate the active skill because the defense is so ridiculous because I healed, which I also just remembered that I did heal, so that's why Goku's defense was slightly higher. But either way, the Goku doing that double super there really helped. Bardock and Gine are still sitting at 258,000 defense, 248,000, which after they do a super attack, it's going to go up by 50% because they greatly raise their defense on supers. I should have read Bardock's passive to you guys so you understand what it is. He just gets ridiculously buffed when facing a Wicked Bloodline enemy, but he has a damage limiter, it seems, because he has guaranteed crits and he still only hit 2 million. This is on a 350% team. This is why people say this Bardock is no good, because his damage ceiling is really, really low. He stacks attack and defense for the one turn that he's out there, but to me it feels like his damage ceiling is ridiculously low, and it shouldn't be this terrible. 3 million again on this Bardock. Again, these guys are only link level 1. They're not really showing out anything. But that, I mean, yeah, there's a Android 8 active and Goku's family support memory, but he's still taking very little damage, which is nice to see. So that shows you that that unit is actually useful, and if we go below 80% health, their active skill is able to be activated, which will give us 22% towards attack. Alright, so what we're going to do is Goku is lower on defense now, down to 292. We're going to go like that. Let's see what he takes for... If he supers in that front slot, he supers. We're actually going to put him in the middle really fast to activate his active skill.
Guess there's no need to play games. I'm pretty strong this time. Times 10. Kamehame! Yeah!
I put this Goku as a leader because he's a 180 leader, which is the best you could pretty much run right now for this team. Going to give him all of those and give him those. Let's see how well... If he supers him... He's going to take it. Let's see what he takes. 255,000, which is kind of terrible, but that just raised his defense as attack. This is going to stack his defense. He's still probably going to take over 100,000 at this point, but you've got to think type disadvantage. is really killer in these types of events. Yeah, see, the unit is not as bad as people say. Type disadvantage, and my guy is only 55%. Not on a 200% team. There were multiple factors as to why that unit took that much damage. Main one being type disadvantage, 55%. A 55% unit, Link level 10, on a team that's probably only a 350% team at max, with type disadvantage. Alright, now, what I was saying, this unit isn't going to be great in every situation, and he's not terrible in the red zone either. Minus 55%, if he was 100%, he would have taken a lot less damage than that, because he would have had 3,000 more points into defense, which after he supered, those 4 or 5 times, that would have given him even more defense to build up with, and again, you have to account for type damage. Like, he had type disadvantage. But he didn't do terrible. Could he do better? Yes, he'll probably do better against the Frieza Wicked Bloodline event, red zone, instead of the cooler ones. But, and then now, this Bardock, let me find him right here. When you transform him, he doesn't do anything of value other than he gets attacked effective against all types when facing extreme class, chance of performing a critical hit for 5 turns, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack, and all attacks become critical hits when there's a Wicked Bloodline category enemy. But as you saw, he did literally no damage almost. He did less than just barely 2 million damage with a crit. That's why a lot of people don't like this unit. I like this unit because he's a defensive juggernaut if you let him just continue to build up his defense in his base form. If you leave him in base form or just let him stack defense, he can take hits. Just let him keep stacking, he can take hits. But when he's transformed, he has no offensive output. Even prior to transforming, he has no offensive output. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. See you guys then.